Well, 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 well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. For some reason, for some reason, we continue to make these games harder than they need to be. We continue to make these games thrillers. And all I can keep saying is at least we know how to win the close games. But welcome back, Tar Heel Nation, as we just knocked off Clemson. Apologies for the late start. We were watching the Clemson game versus the Tar Heels. So that was honestly why we didn't start it, because we knew these first couple minutes we would have just been doing this. But I am one of your co-hosts with the most, captain of the Hooligan Express himself, Tornado McCray, as he is known. And that gentleman over there, switch sides this week, that gentleman over there is a proficient procrastinator himself. Introduce yourself to the people, man.
Yo, what's good? What's happening? How you living? It's me, that guy, doing the stuff.
Don't even want to look at y'all. Crazy. If you're listening on Spotify, Anchor, or whatever verbal platform you listen to, maybe Apple Music, things of that nature, you ain't got to deal with this. However, if you're listening and watching, he didn't want to look at you. Just know that. Just understand that. But guys, y'all know what it is. We are here live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or in the event like tonight, a little bit late because Tar Heel Nation took precedent. That's how we do and get down. But man, first things first.
For weekly,
please subscribe. We have 275.
Get it more to like a couple times a week, so that way y'all get some more information as it comes in. Now,
if y'all can help us get to 300 before our 1 year mark. Our 1 year mark is April 1st. So help us get to 300 subs before the 1 year mark, because that means this channel will have gained 200 subs in the 1 year that we've been here, which is a 100% increase? Is that how that goes? 100%, 200% increase? Yeah.
Yeah, because right now we're sitting at 174% increase.
Nice. So yeah, help us get there, man. Help us get to that 200% increase before our 1 year mark on April 1st.
So first things first, let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room of why in the world do we continue to play down to competition? Nothing against Clemson, because Clemson does have a good record. They've had a good season, but they ain't 4 points less than us good.
No. Now, crazy,
because overall, ACC wise, they've only lost one more game than us.
I was about to say, ACC, they right behind us.
Yeah, they had the same record than us up until tonight, ACC wise. That's why they were able to get the double bye if they won.
So the double bye goes to the top four in the ACC?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I was drawing a blank about that.
God. RJ Godfrey went 10 of 13. That man only missed 3 shots.
Shout outs to him.
That's crazy. So once again, props to Clemson basketball, because they have improved immensely over the last couple of years.
Well, when your football team goes down the drain, somebody's got to step up.
True. And shout out to one individual I've never thought I would say his name for, Luka Bogovic, putting up a 20-piece tonight.
I'm going to sit there. I don't know who that guy was. That wasn't Luka. That's not the Bogovic I know. That was Luka Doncic. That wasn't Luka Bogovic. You want to know why? Mm-hmm. I saw this man in the clutch, step back 3, contested, and then 2 possessions later, come off down screen, guy underneath undercuts him, and he falls. Nothing but net 3. I don't know who that guy was. That was not Luka Bogovic. That was Luka Doncic.
That's how that man shooting up every shot.
I mean, basically.
Normally kind of go like, but hey, they was man up. Man was on. Man was on.
I give credit where credit is due. When you ball out, you ball out. So I will give you that, man. And to do it
SR having dumb penalty, having dumb fouls at the end of the game to foul out.
I will say the post foul was the really, really dumb one in my mind. Because you could have just got out of bro's way. Like he was all contorted. He was all contorted. He was looking for a foul. You didn't have to stand there.
I mean, it was completely out of control coming down there. You didn't have to do that.
What?
Despite Trimble having an off night, he still went 4 from 6 for free throw. Jaron Stevenson went 4 or 5. Like, crazy thing, the top scorers was Vesar and Bogovac with 13 and 20 points respectively.
Honestly, if you had asked me that 4 weeks ago, I would not have believed you. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bogovac. Listen, if it had been me, Bogovac would have been on the bench sitting there with those 2 minutes a game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta talk about them. Hold up. We'll talk about them in a second, but yeah, he definitely would not in my mind. So just saw this too, and speaking of, and did you want to talk a little bit? Did you want me to give praise to this team, or did you want to dig into our men first as we get ready for this Duke game coming up? Honestly, I got to give the ladies credit because I'm happy for them. So we're gonna get back to the men's basketball team, but hey, yo, shout out to our Tar Heel ladies, man. Hey, yo, give me that clap real quick. Give me that clap real quick, bro. Shout out to our women's team, bro, knocking off Duke in a great game, 74-69. They do not let Duke win the ACC title outright, as y'all see there. And in that game, it was Miss Arnasalo who had the game high, not a career high, but a game high, with 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. She also went 4 or 5 from 3-point range, 7 of 13 from the field, and 4 for 4 from free throws. And then also backed up by the consistent running mate of Miss Nyla Harris. Nyla putting up 19 points of 5 or 7 from the field, 9 of 10 from free throws with 7 rebounds to boot. And I just, listen, anytime North Carolina beats Duke, I love it. And the fact that our ladies beat Duke too, hey, I love that even more. I love that even more because they lost to Duke just a few weeks ago by a very similar score, 72-68.
Yeah.
So for them to get that get back,
really only there's a point difference both ways, and
right.
even better, Duke thought they were going to come in and get that women's title. North Carolina was saying,
"Not on my watch." Not on my watch.
And also, the other thing cool about this is in the last our women are on a 12-1 streak right now. Their last 13 games, our girls are 12-1. To finish the regular season, they went 12-1 in their last 13 games, with their only loss being to Duke.
Which is a wonderful turnaround post that Notre Dame game. They locked in.
Oh yeah. Post the Notre Dame game, they said, "Oh yeah, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this." So 12-1 in their last 13, and if we being honest, 15-3 in their last 18 games of the season. Hey, that is highly impressive. That is highly impressive. I cannot deny that. Shout out to our ladies. Definitely getting the dub. Shout out to Nyla Harris being consistent. Shout out to Arnasalo. She's been out there doing her thing. And overall, I have loved what our women's team have done this year. I've loved what they've been able to do. The fact that they finished in the ACC 14-4, only 2 games back of winning the ACC title outright. and then you got an overall record of 25-6. Like they have an overall they have a better record than Duke, which is crazy that Duke's ranked higher than them.
I mean, I look at it like this: they have definitely been the quiet bright spot for UNC basketball this year, 100%.
Listen,
Because they don't get a whole lot of talk about them. They don't get a whole lot of rah rah, all that. But they go out, handle business every week. Sure, like minus those 6 games overall, they've handled business every week and handled it like.
and the
really
one thing
I say at least like professionals.
And the one thing I will say about this, when you look at their record, all their losses are to legitimate powerhouse like women's basketball programs. You got, with the exception of Duke, I'll say Duke's the only exception because I'm never going to high praise Duke like that. But like
James, Stanford,
Notre Dame, Stanford,
Texas,
Louisville, Texas, and UCLA.
and UCLA. And
All those.
UCLA
UCLA was number 3. Texas was number 2 at the time. Louisville was 22nd at the time. And, Notre Dame and Stanford have been consistent forces in women's basketball for the better part of like 15 years. So,
I think Texas is number 4 now. Let's see here. UCLA is number 2.
That's what I'm saying. They lost to the best of the best. And even when you look at
the slouches,
and even when you look at the scores of these games, so it's like UCLA 78-60. All right, that kind of got out of hand late. Texas 79-64, Louisville 76-66, and then they started tightening up like the Stanford game 77-71. The worst one being the Notre Dame game. The worst one honestly being the Notre Dame game. Losing Notre Dame by 23 is the worst one.
Because heck, Louisville's number 12 now. And Duke's 13.
So
they haven't gone out there and lost to any embarrassment of a team by no means.
Not in my eyes. Not in my eyes. But I definitely want to give the ladies they love and they shine, man, because they have definitely balled out this season. If I had to go MVP of the regular season, definitely Nyla Harris. Nyla Harris probably MVP of the season, followed by Laney Grant, and then Toomey. Naturally, no. I say Nyla Harris and India Nybar, and then Laney Grant. Definitely those are the top 3 of the year. I have to give credit where credit is due there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
6 man off the bench. 6 man off the bench. I'm going to go Nyla Brooks, though. I feel like Brooks always came off the bench cooking and handling business. And that stretch late down in the season, I think Brooks really handled herself well. So 6 man off the bench. 6 woman off the bench. I apologize. 6 woman off the bench definitely goes to Nyla Brooks in my mind. Something has confuzzled you.
Trying to dig a little deeper into a thing.
You gotta dig a little deeper. Do. You gotta dig a little deeper. Disney, don't hit me with a copyright. Please don't hit me with the copyright strike, because I'm just singing this song. You gotta dig a little deeper and help my co-host all along.
I don't know what movie that was.
Princess and the Frog. That was literally Princess and the Frog.
You right, but I didn't think that song was in there.
Because that was literally when Mama Odie was talking to Gianna, and she was like, "Did you get it?" She's like, "Yeah, I just got to dig a little deeper and work hard to get my restaurant." And everybody's like, "Bruh, that is not what we said."
Listen, the girl was focused.
They were like, "You got to dig deeper and be appreciative of what you got." She said, "No, I just got to dig a little deeper and work harder to get my restaurant." Everybody in the room like, "Bruh, we just done."
Yeah, because I was just trying to look in to see if there was any extra information about these three guys not being at spring practice.
Oh, basically trying to find out if there was a reason.
Or what if they had reported one or not, because I don't know if anybody else saw, but 3 players are no longer on the team ahead of spring practice, and with hadn't been any real explanation anywhere that I can see showing why they're not there, but they are not listed on the updated 2026 roster. 3 players include Evan Bennett, our linebacker Evan Bennett, defensive lineman Ladarian Williams, and tight end Court Halsey. Nobody really, it's like I said, there's no real information on why they're not there, but they're definitely not currently on the roster. Because Bennett is a 3-star prospect out of Eaton, Georgia. Primarily played special teams, logging 69 snaps and 1 tackle. Williams spent his true freshman season in Chapel Hill without seeing any action, and Halsey is a walk-on. Edgix followed his redshirt sophomore season, during which he saw 2 snaps in a win over Richmond, in addition to limited special teams work. Across 3 seasons with the Tar Heels, Halsey also appeared in the 2024 win at Florida State and 2023 victories over Syracuse and Campbell. So it has not officially been announced, but North Carolina spring practice is expected to run from the 24th through March 24th through April 24th. So we'll have to see what happens.
I'm hoping we can get credentials to go.
Yeah.
If we can get credentials, to go, we got to make a weekend trip out of it.
Yeah, gonna have to do something with it.
And be like, hey, yo, meet up for the weekend in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up at Chapel Hill just for the weekend. I don't know why.
especially if there's people out here thinking this is gonna be Bill's last season anyway.
What?
Nani?
Yeah, so some particular sports writers are out here thinking that this is going to be Bill's last run at it. Like, he's going to come in, do this season, and be done after that.
That'd be dumb, low key. The only reason I can see you doing that is genuinely if Bill just has a really, really bad year. Like, I'm talking worse than last year.
So the Athletics' Ralph Russo compiled a list of who will be coaching every Power 4 program in 2030. Not only will Belichick be long gone, but he believes that will come after the 2026 season. Given how the first year went in Chapel Hill, this might not come as a shock to many. However, what will Big Bill's future plan be? The NFL might be his best option. So Russo goes in to say, as for Belichick's possible replacement, Miami defensive coordinator Corey Hetherman is projected to take over. Based on the assumption that North Carolina is going to be looking for a new coach by December, Hetherman should be a hot commodity among coordinators after transforming the defense. If this is the swan song for Belichick, what will the season look like for the future Hall of Famer? Nobody really knows at this point, which is very true. With an influx of new guys coming in, you don't know really what the season is going to look like for. But I did see some speculation and some worry that we're basically just going to end up just running back last season with this new group of kids, which I don't think that's going to happen, especially with a better offensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator finally kind of, you can tell, got comfortable with what he was doing. We got some good key pieces that stayed. Unfortunately, we lost some good key pieces at the same time, but I don't think that's going to hurt us too much by comparison, because once you hit the bottom, like, there's really not much further we needed to go, unless we're trying to dig Bill's grave, and I don't want to put like that for that.
I'm Bob the Necromancer, and today we're doing an unboxing.
So, I don't know, man. I think people are jumping the gun a little bit. I think let's see what these new quarterbacks look like. The new offense is going to look like. Some of these new recruits, some of these transfers. Let's see what all of it looks like, and we'll talk from there.
So, my 2 cents on the dollar that you didn't ask for. Honestly, truth be told, there's no way this is Bill's last season unless the man goes winless or has only 1 win. That's the point blank bold, honest truth. Unless Bill has a 1-win season or worse, winless, this ain't gonna be his last season. Because you think Bill Belichick will go out on that? No.
Oh no, it absolutely. The
Now,
season has to be worse than last year.
now
Has to
the commentary wants if the guy who wrote the article wants to say Bill will be gone by 2030, that's very possible. That's very plausible. It's 2026 right now. That is very plausible, depending on the situation, depending on how things are going. I'm not going to say
I just don't see that man. I don't see that man coaching into his mid 80s anyway.
He's going to be too busy with Jordan. He'll be too busy with Jordan. But
if he can be busy.
But it just wouldn't make sense, especially after this year. It's like you had a makeshift offense last year with a defense that was trying last year. Now you retool it and redo something completely different. You got a whole new class of quarterbacks. Like none of the quarterbacks you got started a full game last year. A full game. None of the quarterbacks you have started for North Carolina last year.
Okay. I was about to say, what?
That's what I mean. Like Newkirk played, but what I'm saying is none of the quarterbacks on your roster started for Carolina last year.
Oh, yeah, none of these new quarterbacks that we got started a full North Carolina game, or took more than half a game worth.
So you got that. You got a new offensive coordinator. You're gonna have new pieces on the line. Receivers, you have some continuity, and running backs, you have some continuity. Tight ends, you're gonna have new people because Jake Johnson, your best tight end, if we're being truthful, he's gone. So you're gonna have to use somebody else there. So with that in mind, offense is going to be completely different. And defense, yeah, you're going to have some continuity, but you lost some key pieces. Primarily Thaddeus Dixon. Like he's one of those guys. And Marcus Allen. Two good guys. And then we lost some in the linebacker core and like the D-line that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I do know them if you say it. I'm just drawing a blank. But you're doing another year to see if you can lay the foundation. And if the foundation is laid better this year, then you're not leaving for the 2027 season. Because last year, they thought, and we've all seen, they thought they were hot stuff, thought they could just make up whatever they did on the fly. And then most of these players.
I think Bill is planning for 2027. Most of the players he got from the portal have 2 years.
And I can see that. I think this year is the true foundation year because now he actually understands how you got to move in college football, how you got to move and groove, and how you're not getting players just off namesake alone like this is the 90s or the 80s. So this is going to be the foundation. If everything's laid down and the groundwork is good, 2027 is going to be a really good year. And if he has a successful season, I can see Bill leaving off a really successful season before a really bad season.
Oh, absolutely.
If he has one really good year with North Carolina in 27 or 28, and let's just say North Carolina somehow makes the CFP, right, and makes a run. Mm-hmm. I won't even say they got to win it all. If they just make a run, a good run, I could see Bill being like, you know what? I did what I wanted to do. I proved I could do this. I proved I can get this team here. I'm done. I don't need to do nothing else.
That's basically it. Like I've proven that I can do it at both levels. Because I'm with you two on this one. I think he's out somewhere around 2028, 2029. That's what I think. Because like I said, I don't see Bill trying to be a coach in his mid 80s. I just don't see that being plausible for him. Or I really don't see there being any. I don't think there's gonna be enough interest in him by that age either. Okay, no, by 2030, he'll be 77, just about 76, 77.
77. He'll be 77, doing his thing, doing his thug dizzle, handling business. But he should be good and retired. Honestly, crazy hot take. I think he's doing this until he gets elected into the Hall of Fame. The year he gets elected is the year he stops.
And I think he'll do one more year just to like drive the point home. It's like, this is why you voted me into the Hall of Fame, and then he leaves. And watch it be a terrible year.
Why? Why would you put that on us? Why? Why would you put that on us?
Listen, legend from New England on a low note, might as well keep that same energy.
Wow. Did you say he left New England on a low note, so you might as well do it again?
Keep that same energy.
You are wild. Like, sir.
NANI?
Man, but what'll be even wilder is if we get this 4-star quarterback that came and visited us yesterday
4-star from where?
from Arizona, from Goodyear, Arizona, Blake Roscoe.
Goodyear, Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Home of the tires.
Rubbin's Racing. That's all I can say.
Hey, get your tires from the same place they'll melt.
I ain't gonna. I would expect Goodyear to be a place in like North Carolina where NASCAR was founded. Yeah. I would expect a Goodyear, North Carolina. I would expect a Goodyear, Indiana, for the Indianapolis.
I definitely expect in Indiana.
Yeah, I would expect it in Indiana. I would expect it in Arizona.
So speaking on Blake Roscoe, 4-star quarterback for the class of 2027 out of Goodyear, Arizona, ranked number 137 nationally, the 14th quarterback nationally, and the third player in Arizona. This past season, threw for 2,800 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions.
Hey. That man said, I'm throwing for TDs. I may not got 4,000 yards, but I'm getting these TDs off.
Ooh, that's what I meant to do.
Show me the film. Or do you need me to pull it up?
I got it.
Clear, shallow water. Blake or Scuff.
So let's see what we got going on here.
Oh.
Dime.
Okay, nice dime. Nice dot. On the run, I'll give you that. Step up in the pocket, comfortable. Nice way to lead him to the back pylon. Step up. Stay. Okay, y'all just letting him throw. All right, I ain't gonna front. He proved he can throw the back fades. Oh, great way to lead your receiver.
Yeah, definitely drive through his back. His throwing form reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, throw off the back foot, double pat the ball.
The whole motion.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me a little bit of Aaron Rodgers and a little bit of Drew Brees. Like that quick bounce off the back foot.
Yeah, I can. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely Aaron Rodgers. Because you can see it with the follow through. The heel. If you look at his back foot, when he throws it, it's the same stance that Aaron Rodgers does. Well, obviously not on the run like that, but 1, 2. Nice rope. And yep. Not gonna lie. Shout out to the O-line there just now.
Oh yeah.
Because they gave that man a year to do what he wanted.
And you can tell he's a big back. He's a big quarterback too. Probably what, 6'3", 6'4", probably.
I would assume. And dot. That's a dot.
Good
my My only question is, are these against the same 3 opponents or is this the whole season?
Should be his junior season highlight.
Ooh. Hey. Hey. Got him. Oh. Oh. Good way to check down.
Hit.
You probably he probably didn't have to take that hit, but he still found his check down. That was a risky throw, but it was a dot.
Get anticipation. Great spot. That was a play that ran to perfection.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Okay.
Get out of there. Wee scoop. Roll. Roll.
Like upside is he definitely shows that he's able to throw a pass in like the only spot his guys can get to it.
Mm-hmm. He's put a lot of them on the dot.
Put him in perfect windows. Good quick read. Yep.
I feel like this is a West Coast based offense.
Great read.
And dip.
Good pocket
Fire.
movement.
Perfect. Can't ask him to do no better.
I mean, except just lead him. Like that's the only thing you could have asked for is like instead of having him stop and turn around, just lead it in front of him.
What's crazy is he looks like he has the arm strength to lead everybody, but he's having to pull back to make sure he doesn't overlead them.
There's been a couple that he's underthrown.
No, I'm saying he looks like he has the arm to overthrow a lot of people, but I feel like that may have been an issue he ran into for a good amount of time. So he's like pulling back. You know what I mean?
Possible. Like he's not driving off his foot like he should.
Yeah, like he
just launching it.
Because all these passes, especially the back pylons, let's be real, those are a lot of finesse touch passes, right?
No, like they are.
You need a good touch to put those on a rope and on a dime. So he's not fully driving all the power he has, hence why he's not leading them as well as he probably could. But that's just me. I could be completely wrong.
Right. I was saying there's also a good chance that he may have the build, but just not all of the strength behind the build. Mm-hmm. But then again, some of this could just be mechanics.
Mechanics.
Because there may be still like a couple of bits still off with his mechanics just a little bit. But from what it looks like to me,
mm-hmm.
Like from what it looks like to me, like his mechanics are solid.
And so and backflip.
I also think he plays baseball.
Oh, for sure. For sure. As a baseball player, football player, and basketball player, I can definitely tell you he plays baseball.
Because I was looking at where his arm is when he throws some of these. Not you fumbled it.
Oh, no.
Shout out to the O-line for that one.
Great Shout out to the big boys.
And movement around the pocket is, to me, is very good.
Oh, yeah.
Very good pocket presence.
He's aware. He knows when that sack is coming. Hold up 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, time's up. Let's get back into it. But now, so let's see here. For Blake Roscoff, looking at some of his profile and all that, we are one of I think 6 teams he's looking at. It's us, Mississippi State, Stanford, Washington, UCLA. And so far, we are definitely in his top 6 behind UCLA, Stanford, Washington, and Ole Miss. Would love to get him here, though. And unfortunately, Duke offered him too. But when you're trying to get good recruits, this is what's going to happen. And sorry if we all seem a little low energy today. It has been a day. It has been a day, man. What's going on in y'all's lives out there? Any questions, concerns, opinions? Especially with the Duke game coming up here this Saturday. Who all in here is going to be up to watch that? Because I think so. Question for y'all, like you two, all your boys that's in here. Question for y'all: do y'all think we should? I think we should. Do you think? Like, what are y'all against us going live for that Duke game?
What I miss?
Nothing. I'm just asking them. Do you think we should go live for the Duke game
this Saturday?
Hmm?
I ain't gonna front. If we go live from the Duke game, I'm gonna be from somebody else's house. Because the Duke game starts at 6:30, don't it?
Yep.
Duke game starts at 6:30. And hold up. Actually, I don't know what time we're supposed to. Actually, I might be able to go live from the Duke game. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see what time this fight card starts.
I may end up coming in a little late because I'd have been just getting off of work not too long before that.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so this fight card starts at 5. When is? I ain't never. Hold up. I ain't never seen. Okay, you got 4. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 early prelims, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Dog, you got 4 early prelims, then 4 prelims. Then you really start into it. That's why UFC fights be going deep into the night.
Am I wrong for thinking Wilson should just wait until March Madness comes and come back then? No, I don't think you're not wrong for it.
Actually, I do.
You think they're wrong?
The reason being,
so I'll probably miss that game.
The reason being is I don't want March Madness to be the time that he has to knock the rust off and come back. Now, I will say I want it for the ACC tournament game, the ACC tournament. That way he gets a few games in rotation. We know as long as we have a decent showing at the tournament, as long as we have that, we're going to get selected for March Madness, right?
I mean, we got the double bye on top of that. So,
but I'm saying, as long as we do a good showing in the ACC tournament, we're going to get selected for the big dance. With that, Caleb can come back, and even if we lose early, that's more rest for him to get ready for March Madness tournament. And at least he's not trying to test and figure out how good his hand is in a win and go home tournament.
I mean, looking at it, because as of right now, they got us pegged against either New Mexico or Indiana. So I hope Tank can get himself back together. Because man, I want a Tank versus Shakur fight so bad.
That would be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
Oh, speaking of fights, I thought this was a joke, and it really got confirmed. You know they really are doing Pacquiao versus Mayweather 2 this year?
Oh yeah, I saw that Mayweather came out of retirement.
They're doing Pacquiao Mayweather 2 in September. I was didn't
this like Pacquiao versus Mayweather like 5?
No, this is 2.
I feel like they fought 2 other times.
No, they never. That one time they had that fight was the first time because they were supposed to for years, and then Mayweather dodged them for a long time. And then when they finally had that fight, that was the first time. This is two. But yeah.
Like they fought before.
Nope. It was always in talks, but it never happened. It was always in the talks. Go ahead and get Pacquiao blood. Go ahead and get Pacquiao blood. You know he juicing up already. Listen, to me, if I'm being real with you, Pacquiao won the first fight. If I'm being real.
Pacquiao definitely won the first fight.
Yeah, Pacquiao won that first fight. I don't care what nobody say. People who think Floyd won, I'm just like, yeah, nah. I don't know what fight you saw. I saw Pacquiao win that fight.
Yeah, because looking at bracketology for the men's right now, we're not in a super tough bracket. It'd be us, New Mexico, or Indiana, Nebraska, and UC Irvine.
Sir, do you not see Houston sitting right down there?
I'm talking about our group. I'm not talking about Houston down there.
I'm saying, like,
I'm talking. Do you not hear me just name the 4 people on our side? Do you not hear? I didn't name them.
Houston, we're gonna see Houston. That's a tough matchup.
We ain't gonna see nobody if we don't get through these first groups. We gotta worry about the task at hand first.
You talking about something we ain't got? You talking about we ain't got a tough group? I'm like, sir, do you not see Houston just sitting down there like, hey,
sir, you over here trying to jump to the end? I'm trying.
I ain't even jumping to the end. I'm jumping there. I think that's
another segment. I'm still on chapter 1. We got to do that chapter 2.
Hey James, let's talk about it. Hey. He said, I think Oscar De La Hoya beat Floyd, but hey, nobody want to talk. Hey, I'll talk about it.
Ain't that the one that they gave him those cheap defense points?
I think so.
To win it outside of a tie or whatever, they win it by vote because he didn't win by knockout.
Yeah. Because I'll be real with you. I personally don't even think Floyd could have beat Roy Jones Jr. had they fought.
Who's the other dude? Who's the other dude that honestly beat Mayweather, but nobody talking about that either?
I mean, you can say that for about a couple people, to be honest with you.
Nah, it was one of those. It was another one of those major up and comers.
Because let's see, Mosley was one punch away from beating Floyd. Mosley was one bit. He said Mosley was one.
Who was it?
I
think it was Alvarez. I think Canelo.
Let's see, because
that was by decision.
Yes, he has defeated notable opponents, including Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, Conor McGregor, Shane Mosley. Why y'all put McGregor in there? McGregor ain't no.
McGregor ain't no boxer.
McGregor ain't no boxer, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
We knew that McGregor didn't have boxer kind of stamina.
McGregor had one good round, and that was the round he had to knock out Floyd. After that, was it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Canelo fight.
Is it back in 2013?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Canelo fight. That was another one people talking about. Like Canelo actually won that fight, but they gave it to Floyd for tactics.
Good. Because let's see. No. Is it? Mayweather, Canelo.
So I didn't want to say this, but Crawford don't want no parts of David Benavidez.
Benavidez. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna say that about Bud, because one thing I can say about Bud, like, he went up against anybody who came his way. Terrence Crawford was the type of champion that if you challenged him, he would take the fight. So I ain't gonna say he avoided Benavidez. Like now, Benavidez is good. Like, don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. He is great, but I don't think Crawford retired to avoid that fight. I genuinely don't. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, like I said, that's y'all conversation. I don't know. I ain't in this one.
He said, I don't know. I ain't in this.
Listen, I listen. When I tell you the amount of attention I pay to combat sports.
Oh, listen, I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm the GOAT. I know everything when it comes to boxing. I know more boxing than I do UFC. I do. I'll be the first to admit that.
Either way, you know more about both of those than I do.
I'll be the first to tell you that I know more history and whatnot about UFC or about boxing than I do UFC. Canelo Duggan. Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. That was supposed to happen. You right there.
So, got a game for you.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Y'all,
and you might have seen this one already. I don't know. You might have seen this one on like a YouTube or a TikTok short or something like that. But keep 3, cut 5. All-time running back seasons.
All-time running back seasons?
Seasons.
Oh Lord. Oh, is this NFL or this college?
It's NFL.
Okay. Oh Lord. Now it's about to be harder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I did not see this, so I don't know what I'm about to get into.
First up, 2024 Saquon Barkley. 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns.
I ain't gonna front. I'm keeping that season for the reverse hurdle alone. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm keeping that season for the reverse hurdle alone, bro. That boy put on a show. I can't even front. I'm keeping that.
All right, next up on the board, 2005 Sean Alexander. 1,880 yards, 5 yards per carry, 27 touchdowns.
You said 05? Wasn't he MVP that? He was MVP that year. That wasn't Super Bowl year, was it? No. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. They lost to the Steelers that year.
Yeah.
They lost to the Steelers that year. They lost to the Steelers that year. Okay. Because that was
C-cut.
That was Super Bowl 40. That's what that was. That was Super Bowl 40. They went that year. And I remember that because
that man's last great season too.
I remember that because one of my homegirls, she had just moved to, like, when I was living in Alaska, she had just moved from Alaska. They went to Washington, to Seattle. And so we were still in touch. I was like, oh yeah, you going for Seattle, right? She said, hell no. My family cheering for the Steelers. I was like, oh, all right. I'm not keeping that season. Like, I love Sean Alexander's great, but I'm not keeping that season.
All right. Next one on the list. 2009 CJ2K. 2,500 yards total. 2,000 rushing, 500 receiving, 16 touchdowns. Broke the record for most total yards in a season by a running back.
And that's total because he did it receiving and running.
Yeah, man, 500 yards receiving and 2,000 yards on the ground.
And I gotta cut 5?
You gotta cut 5. You can only keep 3. You got 1.
I gotta cut 5.
U2 says he's keeping.
Oh, I feel like there's one season in here I know I gotta keep. And if it shows up, like this season, CJ2K season goes hand in hand with the season is in my head, but I like the season in my
It
head.
was a monster that season.
Oh my, and it was with the Tennessee Titans too. That's why that's, but I don't want to go ahead and like burn all my keeps because I'm gonna be mad if like, oh. My gut tells me I'm gonna cut. My gut's saying cut it. My gut's saying cut it. I'm gonna hurt myself on that one.
Next on the list, 2019 CMC. 2,000 yards rushing, 19 touchdowns. Or 2,000 yards total. 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard receiving. 19 total touchdowns. 2019 Christian McCaffrey.
I ain't gonna front. I'm biased. I was a Panthers fan. Christian put on a show. Hey, Christian put on a show for me. He was my. Hey, that was all I could literally be happy about.
So I'm safe to say you.
I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping Christian. I admit my bias. I'm keeping Christian.
All right, U2, you keeping or you cutting?
He cutting. I know he cutting. I know he cutting that one.
But we'll find out in a minute.
Like if I had to put money, I told you he cutting that one.
All right.
I admit my bias.
Next on the list, 2006 LT. 18,300 yards, 28 touchdowns.
Damn it. Oh no. Oh. I hate you for this. I hate you for this. Oh my God. That LT season was crazy.
All right, U2, you got one more keep left. All right, you got one keep left now.
Oh my God. I shouldn't have wasted it on Christian. I admit my bias. So I've kept 2 and I've cut 2.
Yep, you've kept 24 Saquon Barkley and you've kept 19 CMC.
I cut
and you cut
Sean,
05 Alexander and 09 CJ2K.
And there are 3 more people I'm gonna have to cut.
3 more people you won't have to cut.
Oh my God.
And I can probably tell you're probably going to regret all of them. Either way you choose.
My gut tells me there's one here that I want so bad. I want so badly. And I want it to appear to justify I'm going against my better judgment. I'm going to cut LaDainian Tomlinson.
All right. Next up, 2020 Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Now I've cut 3. It's only
you have 2 more left to cut and 1 to keep.
So is this counting Derrick Henry? There's 3 people left?
Yep.
So counting Derrick Henry, there's 3 people left.
Yep.
I'm cutting Derrick Henry.
All right, you got 3 cuts and 1 keep left. All right, next up, 2021 Jonathan Taylor, 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns.
Oh my! Oh, you're hurting my soul here because I need something there. Dang, I'm gonna feel stupid when this happens. Cut. I'm leaving my hand to God up to whoever this last person is. Oh my God. Please, please, please.
You two's cutting them too. Hold on 1 second.
Now he's got to look up the final person.
Now, just one piece of the stat that I didn't get. Okay, that's all I needed. All right. Last but not least, the man that you both chose to keep. 2012 Adrian Peterson.
Let's go! Yes, sir! That's who I wanted! Yes, sir! That's exactly who I wanted! Oh, yes! Oh, I'm so good. Oh, yes, sir. That's exactly who I wanted. That was who I was banking on. Let's go. Because, bro, when I tell you my soul was like, please tell me Adrian Peterson after the torn ACL is on here. That's the season. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Boy, you know how to get my heart pumping because, man, I was sweating bullets over here. Bro, I'm over here. Bro, you don't understand, bro. Like, I legitimately was holding on to my breath, like, please say 2012. Anybody outside of 2012 Adrian Peterson, I was gonna feel horrible for letting CJ2K and LaDainian Tomlinson go. I was going to feel horrible.
Okay, so Cobb, what you missed? We just did a cut 3, keep 5 situation for the best NFL running back seasons. And in other words, this man over here, Dana had a heart attack.
I had a heart attack, but I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Man. Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie, I almost threw an okie doke in there.
Bro, I ain't gonna front. If you had thrown some BS in there, like, oh yeah, by the way, 2024 Miles Sanders, I would have been so mad.
Oh no. It would have been a legit season.
I'd have been
a season. I almost threw 2025 Bijan Robinson in there.
Ah, okay. That would have been a good one.
Yeah, 2,300 yards from scrimmage.
So all right. Hold up. Is there a way we could give you two the whole list and see who he picked? Like, can we show him the list?
Yeah, let's do this. Because you two.
Oh, not you two, but Cobb. Cobb wants to know.
I mean, do you want to participate in this, Cobb? Because we'll give you the list. That's funny. When you look at Bo Jackson's stats, it gives you his baseball stats first.
What? You want to give you Bo Jackson's baseball stats?
No, if you just look up Bo Jackson's stats, it gives you his baseball stats first.
Yeah, because he played. Because if I remember correctly, yeah,
that's what I was thinking. It was funny.
If I remember correctly, he played in Major League Baseball before he did the NFL.
He played, yeah, he definitely. Even if he didn't, he played in Major League Baseball for longer, for sure.
You want to know what's crazy to me? The simple fact of the matter that Bo Jackson won MVP in both of those leagues.
Right. All right. So, Cobb, this is how it goes. You got eight individuals. You have to cut 3. You can only keep 3, and you got to cut 5. First on the list is 2024 Saquon Barkley. 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. You cutting him or keeping him?
He gonna be like me. He don't know what he gonna do. One day we gonna get people. Oh, he keeping him? All right, I'm with him. I was there.
So he keeping Saquon. All right. Next on the list, you have 2005 Sean Alexander, 1900 yards rushing, 5 yards per carry, 27 touchdowns.
He cut Sean.
So far, the consensus has been the same. Next up, 2009 CJ2K, 2,500 yards total, 16 touchdowns. All right, he's cutting it. Next up, you have 2019 Christian McCaffrey, 2,000 yards total, 19 touchdowns. So 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards rushing.
Oh, he keeping Christian?
CMC. All right. Next up, you have 2006 LaDainian Tomlinson, 1,800 yards, 28 touchdowns. Keeping him or cutting him?
Mm-hmm.
He said the same.
Ooh.
He said the same thing.
He said, ooh. Ooh. Said, ooh.
Mm.
He's
Okay.
cutting him.
All right. 2020 Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards rushing, 17 touchdowns. Drum roll, please.
Ha! Cut.
Next on the list, 2021 Jonathan Taylor, 2,000 yards rushing, 20 touchdowns.
Tupac killed Tuki. Chewbacca was a Wookiee. Revolution.
He's cutting JT too. All right. So, who you kept? 2012 Adrian Peterson, 2,100 yards rushing.
Hey, me and Cobb locked in. Exact same 3 picks. That's my dog. That's my dog right there. We locked in. We locked in, boy. I like it.
And the funny thing is, like, for a lot of these dudes,
who would you have cut? And who would you have kept?
I probably would have kept CJ2K instead of CMC.
Mm.
And I probably would have kept, I think everything else would have been about the same.
LT, bro, I'm saying. That was you don't understand, Joel. That was the hardest part of all of that because I was banking so hard that Adrian was in this list.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Peterson has to be here. If he's not here, this is going to make my list entirely valid, not picking up LT. If Adrian Peterson's 2012 off of ACL, I was like, Adrian Peterson won. Didn't he win MVP too? Not only comeback player of the year, but he won MVP that year.
I think he did.
because it was like, yo, he just tore his ACL 8 months ago, comes back and ran for almost 2,000 and ran for what, 2,000 yards?
2,100.
2,100 yards? It was like, bro, ain't no way. I was banking so heavy on that season.
Yep.
I was making so heavy on that season being on that list.
Now, he won 2012 Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. Let's see here.
It's because he did it coming off of because his rehab was quick.
Comeback Player of the Year.
Because his rehab was quicker than normal. Because they're like, oh yeah, he rehabbed his torn ACL as a running back then in 8 months.
So John Wiggins. Y'all probably don't remember him. That name sounds familiar though.
That name does sound familiar. Hold up. John Wiggins.
LT was a force that the NFL had never seen before or since.
Oh, listen.
That's facts though.
Listen.
That's facts.
LT, the simple fact doesn't matter. LT does still hold the record for most, I want to say, touchdowns in a season for a
his most touchdowns in the season with 28. And they're if I remember right, they're all rushing touchdowns.
Right.
So it's really more of like he holds the record for most rushing touchdowns in a season. Yeah, record is crazy. And the funny thing is, Sean Alexander was literally one game away from breaking that record.
Oh, LT's record?
Actually, he set the record. I remember now. Sean Alexander set the record at 27. LT came in and broke it the following season.
Oh yeah, he did do it the following season because he did it with 28 next year.
I'm talking. Both of them are.
It's like both of them are, but we was talking about David Thomason. But I got you.
So as of right now, with Caleb Wilson, speaking of that, by the way, because I did forget.
As of right now, he's set to return on Saturday.
As of right now, yep, Wilson and Davis do have a decision to make when it comes down to that situation. As of right now, Caleb Wilson has said himself that he had set the return date for himself to be March 7th. So that's what he expects to do, and that's what he's looking for, is to be back for the Duke game. But keeping it Hill thinks maybe hold off until tournament. I mean, I'm cool. Like if he's good enough either way, if he knows for a fact he's 100% good to go, cool.
Not even 100. If he is comfortable enough, if he can go through a physical drill and a physical practice and comfortable enough to say, "Yep, I can do it," let it ride.
Let it ride. If
anything to beat Duke, let it ride.
If there's any doubt at all, then sit him. Don't even force it. Let him wait till the ACC tournament. Then we'll come back then.
Right, let it ride and let him do his thing.
Because keeping it Hill, they want it. It's not all on him. However, instead of this will be a decision made by the team doctors and head man Hubert Davis. Again, Wilson wants to play. We know that. With that said, Davis needs to step in and make the easy decision. That's for Wilson to rest up against Duke and wait for the ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
No, because here's the other thing. It's like ACC tournament and everything. It gives you momentum, and to me, you want Wilson to be ready to rock and roll, and you're gonna get rest in between the start of the ACC tournament, right? Even if it's a couple days.
We can't get a large margin win anymore because for some reason it's an effort thing.
Because we don't play defense and contest threes.
Like we don't, yeah. Well, it's like we play lackadaisical defense once we get up high enough, and then they start coming back, and we have to lock in, and we lock in way too late half the time. So it's a problem.
We're just like, oh, whoa, oh, we gotta lock in real quick. Hold up.
And funny thing is, like I said, even the same page thinks they're thinking the same way we're kind of thinking about it. They're like, yeah, think about it one way. At the same time, imagine Wilson comes back, it's too soon, hurts his hand even worse, and then he's out the entire postseason. And they said if that ends up happening, everybody's going to look at Davis. It's like, okay, you were being reckless with your best player. When at the same time, the best player wanted to play.
Okay, and here's the other thing. Here's the other caveat.
They cleared him. The team doctors cleared him. All that. You can't just put that all on Davis. My thing is, what you can do to kind of alleviate that is restrict his minutes just a little bit. Like, don't throw him in full game minutes like you have been doing. Cut him back just a little bit. Make sure he gets enough rest, so on and so forth. Can just have team doctors check on him throughout the game to see how his hand's feeling. Just keep it, just like I say, just keep it on notice. Even if you can put him in full game minutes, like I said, keep an eye on it, keep it monitored throughout the game.
Here's
he
my
may get annoyed with it, but
I'll say
the measures.
I'll say
possibly even coming.
Everybody says the whole, oh, if you play him too early, what if he gets hurt too soon? That's a viable, valid point. Here's the other valid point. You don't play him at all. He comes into the ACC tournament. He looks bad, and because he's not in rhythm, he gets hurt and hurts that hand. Now we already lost him at the NCAA, not even the ACC. Let's say we wait till the NCAA tournament. We wait till the NCAA tournament to give him more ample rest. He comes off, looks bad, not in rhythm, not flowing. Then he gets hurt. Now we've lost him for the NCAA tournament, point blank period, and we don't have time for him to recover. At least now, if he plays now and somehow gets hurt or has a setback, we have just a couple weeks, 2 weeks or so for him to heal back up to get ready for the big tournament, the tournament that matters the most. We have time for him to get in rhythm because he's missed the last couple of weeks. And nothing prepares you. I don't care what practice you go through. Nothing prepares you for game time speed like playing at game time speed. Nothing prepares your body for playing at game time speed. And yes,
round of the first of the game,
he did.
After he hurt. This is fact. He played the rest of the game after he hurt. He sure did. And I think the other thing is you also got to see, even when he hurt, even with the hurt hand, it's been what, 4, 5 games?
5 games over the span of probably about like 2 weeks.
So yeah, so
he heard it again. He heard it in the Miami game, right?
Yeah, he heard it in the Miami game. So it's been like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks.
Good.
So even with that in mind, even if he re-hurts the hand, there's still a good chance that he's going to be back in for at least the ACC tournament.
Yeah, it's been 6 because the Miami game. It's been 6 games since the Miami game, and the Miami game was back on February 10th. It has been next week will make it a full month. So this weekend it'll essentially been a full month since that happened. It'll be It'll be 3 days shy of a full month of 4 weeks.
So even like a quick little setback, I don't really think that's going to put him out for long enough for it to make much difference.
And then if we look at it,
Caleb got to get. I mean, you do got to give him props, but you also. But here's the thing: at this point, he was forced to play Zayden High. At this point,
I ain't got to give him props.
I have to admit, putting Zayden High in the rotation has definitely been a big boost with him being gone.
So,
no, he's not a big point getting guy, but because he's wanting to rebound as often as he is, with his rebounds totals over the last 5 games, that was gratefully needed. That was greatly needed. Stevenson has stepped up a tremendous amount since Caleb's been hurt.
So I'm looking at the scheduling, right? I'm looking at the scheduling. So March Madness, like the actual first round, begins on the 19th of March, right? That's after.
We don't seen him yet. We don't need to see him at this point.
So I was looking at the scheduling, right? The actual first round begins on March 19th. Oh, snap. They're doing first 4 up here in Dayton again. I might go see that. But it starts 19th. If Caleb were to play this week, if Caleb were to play this week on the 7th and he gets hurt, that's still 2 weeks to March 19th to get ready if he wants to play in the first game of the tournament. That's why I say I would go ahead and let it. If he says he can go, I'm with you. If you want to do the minutes restriction, I'll concede on that. If you want to do the minutes restriction, like instead of playing 32 minutes, he plays 25. If you want to do that, I can go with you on that. But if he says he can go and he's comfortable, you got.
I mean, I'm not going to
say you gotta let him. I'm just saying you gotta let it ride, because the other thing is, as a coach, you'll be able to see if he can do it.
I think it was what it said. It was a
broken
fracture in his hand, right?
Yeah, it was a.
And then to answer your question, I was Isaiah Dennis. It's more like we'll see him on the court when he's earned more minutes on the court. Like he hasn't really. I think the most minutes he's played in any game so far this year has been 8 minutes, and that was against EC, won by 44.
Yeah, it was a fracture in his left hand. The only thing I will say is that his left hand, I want to say, is his shooting hand. So that is slight concern.
That looks like he's right-handed.
Oh, he's right-handed? Okay. Never mind.
Because, yeah, he's been adjusting to the cast being on his non-shooting hand.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
So, yeah, 1 week after suffering a fractured left hand, is learning to play with a cast on his non-shooting hand and is itching towards returning soon.
All right, then. Shut me up. I know nothing.
Listen, it'd be like that. I just remember them. I remember seeing it. And the cast itself, honestly, looks like a pretty minimum cast. It's one of those just like
it's like that cast that Kobe wore back in the like the 2001 season. Because you know the dunk I'm talking about, where like he does a backdoor alley-oop and he catches it and then waves at the crowd, but you gotta see the white tape on his hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that.
So yeah, at the end of the day, I think you'll be fine. Have that cast on it, tape it up right. I think you'll be fine.
I think he'll be good. It's like he shall be fine.
I don't think I had any more topics to put on here today.
He said, "What?"
I mean, it wasn't a whole bunch of news today.
Probably can't.
Biggest news football wise is that we hosted Blake Roscoff from Arizona. Yeah. I mean, if you do, you're throwing him to his right hand.
I was about to say that's the only thing. You're throwing all those alley-oops to his right hand. You are not throwing those anywhere else.
And if he goes left-handed, they're all layups.
It's all layups.
All layups.
I mean,
the only thing that you missed, Cobb, 3 players aren't at spring practice. They're no longer on the roster as of right now.
And nothing has been said as to why.
And nothing's been said as to why. We recently had a 4-star quarterback visit yesterday on the 2nd. Blake Roscoff out of Arizona. He's ranked as number 137th recruit in the nation and the 14th quarterback in the nation.
Our ladies knocked off Duke and kept them from winning the ACC title outright, and they finished the season 11-1 and then 15-3 over the last 18 games. So our Lady Tar Heel, Our women's team, USC Tar Heels women's team, is looking good heading into the ACC and March Madness.
They're going in with a full head of steam going into this tournament, going into to March Madness. It's going to be great.
I got a question for you. Speaking of that, I got a question for you because I have a method to this. What is the number one factor you look at going into March Madness tournament for a team to win? What do you think is the number one thing? Like, what's the thing like when you look at teams and you do like a pick 'em on like a piece of paper or whatever? What is the thing you look at most to determine who you think would win a game?
I've been paying attention to them. I really would look at it like, okay, what was their last few games looking like? Like, did they win their last few games? Even if they didn't, were they close? Were they blowouts? Who did they lose to? Like,
So
depending on those, like if it's one of those teams that went on like a 5-game win streak going into their tournament, and then coming into this, I'm looking for them to win because they're riding momentum from the last couple of games. They're confident. Their chemistry's up. They're ready to go. If it's a team that lost, okay, did they lose to a team they shouldn't have lost to, or did they lose to a team that was legitimately just better than them and there was nothing they could do about it? Because if it's a team that they shouldn't have lost to, then they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder, ready to prove that, hey, we're not as bad as you think we are. And we're going to show you we were never that bad. And that was a fluke. Or if it's one of those, okay, there was nothing else we could do. If there's nothing else we could do, we just got outplayed. Sure, it's a 50-50. Like some of them may come in like, okay, we're going to prove that we can beat teams like that. Other ones are, this is probably where our ceiling is.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. My number one choice, my number one thing, every time I look at, like you, I look at your momentum. I look at how you ended your regular season and how you did in your I look at the first thing I look at is your record at the end of the regular season and in your conference tournament if you have one. And you want to know why? The main reason why I do that, because I'll never forget the Kimball Walker year with UConn. I picked UConn to win because UConn went on a tear that year in the Big East tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And when they won, because they were in a must-win situation, and I was like, they went on to win all those games. I said, oh, they got a lot of momentum. I'm picking them to win it all, and they won. So I'm like, momentum plays a huge factor. 2, not even going front. I will look at what your scouting report says about your style. So even if, let's say St. Mary's is playing Gonzaga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga could be picked to win, but Gonzaga tries to play a slow down offense that only scores 50-something points per game. If St. Mary's might not be as momentum, but St. Mary's is like, yo, we are a 79 like get points per game team. We go out here, we put it up and do what we got to do. And we are spreading the ball out. We are not slowing this down. I'm like, okay, whose style is more likely to win in this matchup? It don't matter about any other set. It's like, whose style can win this matchup?
And Cobb says like, you contain their second best player.
And then thirdly, as funny as it's kept, I sometimes go off jerseys. Sometimes I go off like what the jerseys look like. I'm like, you shouldn't win just based off these jerseys. Like, bro, these jerseys are ugly. Get out of here. Like, you shouldn't win. Or I'm like, oh, these jerseys are fire. Like, yeah. Like the year Florida Gulf Coast won when they were a 15 seed, I definitely did not pick them because I'm like, look at them jerseys. That ain't it. I've seen some lower tier schools have some fire jerseys and go on and make some noise. So I'm just like, I'm going with the jerseys. And then after that, honestly, that's when the biases start kicking in. Like, do you know how many brackets I've probably lost just because I wanted Duke to lose in the first round to like a 15 seed?
Oh, I do the same thing.
Like, I immediately am just like, no, I don't. Like, I just want y'all to fail. Somebody said, why would you have Duke losing to Mount Verde because I want them to. Oh yeah, Florida Gulf Coast. Hey, Florida Gulf Coast was on a tear that year, boy. They were on a tear.
I always love seeing the lower ranked teams.
Loyola, listen, Loyola, they went on a tear.
That one was crazy.
Bro, the Loyola run was crazy.
I was rooting for them.
Hey, the VCU runs were cool with Shaka Smart. Those are good runs. The Butler runs with Brad Stevens when he had Gordon Hayward.
I vote for Butler every year. I don't have them winning it, but I vote Butler going in at least Sweet 16. At least Sweet 16
I'm still mad. I wanted Butler to win, especially the first time when they went against Duke and they lost just because they couldn't hit the full court shot. I was like, bro, they should have won. Definitely got to give love to UMCB, University of Maryland CB. That was the first 16 seed to beat a 1. So I got to give them love for that. That was a crazy year because the craziest thing was the fact that they won and they knocked off the overall number 1 seed in Virginia that year. Because I don't know if you remember that the first time a 16 beat a 1 was the 16 seed beating the absolute number 1. And it broke like everybody's bracket.
Anybody but Duke.
Exactly. Like I legit have so much disdain in my heart that I will purposely break my own bracket sometimes just because. And then the year when Coach K announced his retirement, I actually put in my bracket. I'm like, you know what, Duke, I want you to win because the only people that can put Coach K out the pasture is us. Y'all don't get that right. Y'all don't get the right to put Coach K out the pasture. That's got to be a Tar Heel thing. And lo and behold, we did. Like I flat out said that. I was like, Duke can win because so many people were questioning my brackets. They said, Mario, you got Duke getting all the way this far? Why? I'm like, because they got to meet us. Coach K cannot lose until he sees us. Like, I just won't allow that. You're not about to lose. You're not about to lose to flipping Monmouth University. You're not about to lose to Murray State without John Morant. Not about to have you lose to University of Louisiana Monroe. No, you don't get to lose to Kansas State. You lose to us, sir. It's no, Ma. It's my dog. I kill him.
I'm not gonna lie, like losing to Dartmouth, I would have felt bad for anybody at that point.
Dartmouth, Ivy League school. Almost went there.
Good for you.
Oh, listen. It was going to be on a partial basketball scholarship. Only reason I did not go is because it's an Ivy League school and it was a partial basketball scholarship. It wasn't even a full. So I was like, that price tag is going to add up when I graduate. Just for the name and just for it being Ivy League. That's the only reason I didn't go. Part of me wishes I went back just to see what would have happened. That man looks so confused.
Looking through emails.
Emails. But is it that time?
It's that time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is time for your favorite segment. Time for Tario takeaway of the week. Listen, I'll get it. That'll be my Tar Heel take of the week. I'll get to it. My Tar Heel take of the week, man. So, OBS, I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. Screwed me over, bro. And you cost me. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you are into content creation, if you're doing this, external hard drives are great until they stop working. This weekend, OBS did not save a file for me, did not save a video for me. It was a great video. And did not save a video, which ended up being corrupted on my hard drive. And then it did it again. which now my hard drive is to the point where it is inaccessible. And I have to take it to a data recovery center to get all the stuff because right now I do not have all 3 years worth of my content accessible to me. So I say all that to say, make sure I am not a cloud person. I'm not a person who is a fan of the cloud. However, I will say this. Make sure you have your stuff saved to multiple backups and better backups. I will be looking into getting an SSD, although I hate the fact that SSDs only come in 1 and 2 terabytes, and my hard drive was 4 terabytes. That's why I like the external hard drive. But, man, make sure you got backups on backups on backups, and I was about to cry. I was about to cry, crash out, throw everything out the window, and flat out quit content creation. But thanks to a lot of support and thanks to the efforts of those around me and everything, specifically my lady, I'm recovered and I'm back on the process of getting everything taken care of. So yeah, have backups, man. Have backups. OBS, figure yourself out. And when I tell you to stop recording, stop recording. OBS. Sheesh. But yeah, have backups, man, and external hard drives.
Appreciate you, Cobb. Always glad to have you, man. Like we appreciate you, bro. Like I said, share it with videos, you know anybody else that's a North Carolina fan. Share it with you guys, man. Share it with
them here. Like, truth be told, bring them here. We can start having y'all come onto the stage if y'all are comfortable, obviously, with your consent. Cut your cameras on. Call it to the stage. We'll have you here. We'll share the links, man.
And we do plan on trying to go live Saturday for the Duke game itself.
Yeah, I should. Depending on what time I gotta head out, but yeah, we'll try to go live for the Duke game. We'll just be here. We might not be able to show the game here with y'all, but y'all get our live reaction as we're watching the game. You know what I mean? So we'll probably go live for the Duke game on Saturday if we can make that work.
All right.
Hold up.
Time to take away the week. Just drink water. I don't drink no water because I woke up the other day, had a headache. It was god awful. Wife told me probably should drink some water. I didn't believe it. Got home. I think I took like 2. I think I took like 2 leave that day. Wasn't cutting it. Drank some water, headache goes away. I'm like, I'll be dang. So remember, even if it ain't a whole lot, drink water. I know you can't see it besides the label. Drink water. It might save your life. It might save you some pain and headache. That's it. That's all I got. Drink water. From the ocean.
From the ocean?
Do you know the world is like 70% water?
Get out. We're done. Nope. Nope. Not doing that today. We are not doing that today. Go ahead. Man. Do the outro. Get these people out of here, bro.
Once again, appreciate y'all for coming out. See us every Tuesday here, 9 p.m. And we're also trying to make some extra content going out throughout the week, have some better updates. We're going to get better at that. We promise. Outside of that, y'all stay safe out there. See y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.